In this section, we are going to install some of the extensions which are required to do any programming language. Now, when I talk about extensions, there are basically two types of extensions: functional extensions and visual extensions. Functional extensions are nothing but if we install that one, that makes our work easier. But when we install visual extensions are just used to beautify our code. It will give the proper format to our code. First, we are going to see visual extensions, then we are going to install functional extensions. In our last session, we have seen how to install and download VS Code editor. Now, in this, I have newly installed my VS Code editor, and this is how the interface looks like. We will be having the get started page. Inside this, we will be having all these themes. Now, first, let us start with our visual extension. Our first extension will be material theme. Now, what is material theme? So here what I am going to do, I am just going to create open folder, and inside my desktop, I will be creating one new folder. I will just write here JS extensions. I will just select this folder. I am just going to select this folder now. Yes, I press this. Now inside this, I'm just going to create one file, index.html. Now if you notice here I am having two, okay, greater symbol and lesser symbol. So for this, instead of this one, I want proper icon for this one. So for that, we are going to install our first extension. And to get extension, you just have to click on this. Here we are having this search. I am just going to write here material icon. Material icon. Okay, this is our first extension. You can see material icon theme. Now I am just going to click on this install. Okay, it will get installed. You can see all the examples for all the files. We will be having this particular icons. Based on the programming language, the icons will be displayed. For lock, we have this. For folders, we have different icons. For files, we have different icons. Now, once it is installed, you can see here I am having this uninstall, and here I am having this disable. Now, I will come to this Explorer. You can see I got this icon. To get this particular icon, I am just installing this material icon theme. Now, if I just write here style.css, you can see for this also I am having this icon. That particular language icon will be displayed. Now we are done with our first extension, that is material icon theme. Now we are going to see our second extension, that is prettier. Prettier extension is used by almost every developer. What it is going to do? It is going to give proper format to our code. If we are having some spacing, or if I am left with some spacing, as soon as I save that one, it is going to give me proper formatting. So now here inside this, I'm just going to search for prettier. I will click on this. I will just install. Whatever extensions you are installing, all the content will be written here, okay? For that, whatever settings you want to do, whatever, okay? If you want to study more about that, we will be having all these options. Now it is installed. I'm just going to come here. I will be writing H1 and some spacing. I'll be writing P. Then again, let me just save this one. Then again, let me just come down. I will just write one div section. Now, if I save this one, you can see here I am having some spacing. Here I am having some spacing. This is not getting formatted by itself. Now, as soon as I save this one, this should be formatted because I have installed Prettier. So there are two settings which has to be done. Most of the people forget doing the settings. At the end, they will not be able to format the code. These are the two important settings we have to do when we install Prettier extension. So first is open this setting, and inside this I'm just going to search here format on save. Okay, here if this option is unchecked for you, you just have to check on this option. As soon as I save this one, my whatever code I have written, it will get automatically formatted. Okay, this option you just have to check. And second option is right here formatted. And inside, okay, even after saving, even after checking that one, if I just write here another P1, P, if I save, you can see it is not going to work. So for that, again, I'm just going to come to settings. Here, just type formatter. And here, if you see the first option, default formatter, I'm just going to open this. And inside this, we will be having here Prettier. I'm just going to select this Prettier option. You have to select this one or else the formatting doesn't work. Now I'll come here. Now below this, let me just write one H2. Now as soon as I save this one, you can see it is formatted properly. Okay, these are the two important settings you have to do when you install Prettier. Okay, this is our second extension. Now our third extension is bracket pair colorizer. This one. Okay, rainbow brackets or bracket pair colorizer, but I am going to select this bracket pair colorizer. I will just install this one. Now what it will do, when we are writing programming languages, when you are writing complex programs, you will be using many for loops, if loops, while everything you are going to use, and you will get mess up which block you are using. Okay, we will be using multiple blocks. So we are going to give different color to our brackets in that particular block. So for that, we have just installed this bracket pair colorizer. I will come to my file. Inside this, I'm just going to create one JavaScript file. Script dot. I will just write here script.js. Now inside this, let me just write here if. Now you can see I got this yellow color. Again, I'll come inside this one and be writing here while. Now for while I am having this pink color, inside this I'm just going to write here for. You can see inside each block I am having different colors. You can see for this I'm having yellow, for this pink, and for this blue. This is how we will get different colors for our brackets. Now again, if I just write here while, you can see again it is going to start with yellow color. Okay, we get different bracket colors. We are done with this. Let me just save this one. Okay, this is our third extension, that is nothing but bracket pair colorizer. Now we are going to see our fourth extension, that is nothing but indent rainbow. I'm just going to click on this. Okay, what it is going to do, it is going to give me proper indentation. Now if you see this example, you can see these are the indentation. For this particular code, we have this. For this particular section, we have this for. For inside this for, we are having this where, and inside this only we are having this while. So accordingly, it is going to give me the indentation. I will just click on this install. I will just come to script.js. Inside this, I will be writing here while loop. I will open. Now you can see it is also going to give me this particular color. Whichever bracket color I am having here, that particular color I will be having here. Now inside this, I'm just going to write here for. Again, you can see here I am having this particular color. Inside this, I will write here if. Okay, different colors it is just going to give me. You can see here I am having yellow. Here it is like similar to this, and again similar to this one. Okay, this is how we are just going to keep this indentation. And this indent also is very, very useful. because when we are writing complex program, we should understand in which block we are. So using these colors and using this indentation, we will understand in which block we are working. Okay, this extension also you have to install when you are starting with any programming language. We are done with our fourth extension. Now we are just going to see our fifth extension, that is code spell checker. By the name itself, we can understand, okay, it is going to check our spellings. I will install this. Now, if we are having any spellings, you can see here we will get this particular line. For language server, here we don't have any space. So for that, we are having this line. You can see again for default, we have, once we click on, okay, let me just show you. I will save this and I will remove this one. Now here I will be writing a language. Now you can see the spelling is wrong. So I'm getting this color. Now here I will be writing proper spelling. Here I won't be having any color. But for here I'm getting this error. And also it is indicating me this spelling is wrong. Now let me just remove this one, correct spelling. Now when I click on this, here I will be having this option. I can just select that one and that underline will also go. Okay, this is how we are just going to check our spellings. Now if I just write here default and below this I will be writing, let me just remove this. Here I'll be writing apple. I will just come here apple. Okay, you can see for wrong spellings I am having this particular color. I will just click on this. I will select the proper spelling. Again I am just going to click on this apple. I will just select the proper spelling. Then this will go. Why I am getting this error? Because it is a reserved keyword. We cannot use this one. Okay, this is how we are just going to correct our spellings. So for that, we have just installed this code spell checker. Next, I'm just going to install this auto rename tag. I will open this. I am just going to click on this install. Okay, auto rename tag. What it is going to do? Let me just show you here. Now here I am having H1 and below I am having H1 and below I am having H1. Now here I'll just keep here. See, this H1 is related to this one. I will keep here. I will be adding here. You can see this content is getting added in this as well. So for that we use this auto rename tag. Now here I am having div. Now in place of div, I just want to write here section. Only one place I am writing, but it is getting added in opening tag as well as this closing tag. So that is the reason we use this auto rename tag. Okay, next extension is our better comments. I'm having this better comments. I will just install this one. Okay, now what it is going to do, this better comments, you can see here we are having my method. If I write this star, okay, here it is going to differentiate among this one. We are having important information. For alerts, we are having this red color. For to do, we are having this color. Okay, it is just going to categorize into this particular sections. We are having alerts, we are having queries, we are having to dos, and we are having highlights. So this we have installed. I will come here. I will be writing here comment. Inside this, first I will be writing here star list. Then let me just come down. I will be writing here question mark. You can see the color is been changed. I will be writing here alerts. I will come down here for this. I am having blue color. Let me just write here highlight. Then to do. Okay, you can see based on this one. Okay, it is just going to improve this one. Now, if you have written, if you have not done something, then you can write to do. This has to be written for highlighting, for alerts. But inside this comments only, we have to add this. Now, inside this script.js, we are having this comments. Now, if I just write here question mark, you can see the color is changed. If I write here alert, okay, for this I have to use multiple line comment. Let me just write here star. Now inside this, I will be writing this one. Question mark, you can see blue color. Then here, let me just come here. Here I'll be writing to do. Then we have alerts. Okay, this is how it is just going to improve this one. So that is the reason we have just used better comments. Okay, these are some of the visual extensions. There are plenty of visual extensions, but as of now, I need only so much. So I have just installed these extensions, whichever we require in our tutorial. So next we are going to see some of the functional extensions. I will come here. First extension is the most important, that is nothing but live server. I will click on this live server. I am just going to install this one. Now if I just right click on this, you can see here I am not having live server option. I will come here. Okay, it is getting installed. Now what it is going to do, when we want to see our code live, whatever we are coding, that I just want to see it live. So then we can use this live server extension. Okay, let it install. Okay, it is installed now. I'm just going to save this. I'll right click on this. Now here I will be having open with live server. I will just click on this open with live server. You can see this has been opened. I can just reduce the screen. Now I can just adjust this one. I will be adjusting my VS Code editor as well. I have just set up, I have removed the entire code. Inside this, I'm just going to write this basic template. If you don't write this basic template and if you just try to write here H1, if you just write here hello, I will save this. This live server will not work. For that, I have to refresh it. And here I'll be getting live reload is not possible without a head or a body tag. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove. I'll be writing this basic template. Inside this, let me just refresh first. Here I'm just going to refresh. Okay, first let me just save and refresh. Now inside this body, I'll be writing H1. Now if I just write here hello and save, you can see it is going to work lively and here I'll be getting the result. I'll be writing paragraph. Inside this, I'll be writing Lauren 30. I will save. Okay, it is going to work. Live it is going to work and we can see our code. Okay, this is the use of live server and you can see this is because of indentation. Okay, indent rainbow. This live server comes under functional extension. Now next we are going to see our live share. Okay, if you are working with developers, then this is also a very important extension, live share. We can share our code live. Okay, as of now, I'm just telling you, but I'm not going to install this one because I'm not going to share my code with anyone. But this is the extension you can install. You can invite the participants, you can share the servers, you can share the terminals, and both can work simultaneously. Okay, this is also a functional extension. And also we are going to see one of the most important extension, that is debugger for Chrome. Debugger for Chrome. I will just click on this. Okay, previously we had this debugger. Now it is removed. Now instead of this, we are having debugger for Firefox. Debugging, you don't have to worry. Okay, as of now, we are not going to see this one. Let me see. Let me check on this. When I teach you about debugging, then we are just going to install this extension and also we are going to use this extension. These are some of the most useful extensions which we require to start with our programming. We have seen indent rainbow, we have seen prettier, we have seen material theme, material icon, we have seen better comments, and also we have seen live share and live server. Based on the languages which you use, accordingly you can install any extensions, and extensions are endless. Okay, you can install, you can search for their users, and you can install any extensions and use in your projects. Okay, these are the basic extensions I have just installed to get started with our JS. Now we are done with this section. In next section, we are going to see what is programming, and we are going to understand the word programming.